a 40% stake in SEM in 2005 and bought the remaining shares earlier this year. It was also learned this morning that Caterpillar is in talks with Zhuzhou Construction Machinery Group regarding potential changes in their partnership. A Chinese newspaper reported in June that Zhuzhou Construction was planning to sell its minority stake in the venture with Caterpillar. Caterpillar owns about 85% of Caterpillar Zhuzhou. Zhuzhou Construction owns the remainder. Caterpillar executives reiterated that they expect sales in China to reach $2 billion this year and that those sales will double by 2010. According to executives with Caterpillar, we're still very comfortable that in 2 years' time we'll double that to well over $4 billion US. In California, drivers could be offered a new and often cheaper kind of car insurance next year under a voluntary pay-as-you-go drive plan that was proposed yesterday by the State Insurance Commissioner Steve Poizner. Poizner's plan would base annual rates partly on the exact number of miles driven and would allow people to pay less if they drive less. The commissioner issued proposed regulations spelling out the plan, and the state's insurers were enthusiastic about the idea but needed to see more details. 2 out of 3 households in California could save an average of $276 per car, and lower income people who generally use their cars less than middle class or wealthy may even save more, this according to the Brookings Institution. However, of course, some high mileage drivers might see their rates increase. Putting a pay-as-you-go drive system in place could give motorists a reason to drive less and thus buy less gasoline. Environmentalists are big supporters of the idea. According to the one group, the Environmental Defense Fund, if just a third of California's licensed motorists switched to the plan, it would be the equivalent of taking 10 million cars off the road. Most major insurers said they were interested in offering a pay-as-you-go drive pricing to their customers. Actually, as we speak, variations of pay-as-you-drive insurance are available in 34 states, as well as in Canada, Europe, and Japan. The Environmental Defense Fund also estimates that California drivers would save $40 billion in car-related expenses from 2009 to 2020 if only 8.5 million drivers sign up for pay-as-you-drive policies. Our final story, we haven't ended with a note of levity in a while, but we figured we might as well. Imagine a city the size of Sarasota, Florida, which is what the population of a town in Spain called Bunol, Spain is. Imagine a city of that size engaging in this type of activity. Spanish revelers in Bunol have pelted each other with 113 tons of ripe tomatoes. This in an annual food fight that takes place there. Town authorities say an estimated 40,000 people, which is the population of Sarasota, took part in an hour of messy fun in Bunol, which is located near Valencia, Spain. The ritual dates back to the 1940s. Some warriors in the battle yesterday wore swimming goggles to protect themselves from the acid sting of the tomatoes. Others swatted them away with tennis rackets. Afterward, many washed off at a nearby river while fire crews hosed down the entire town, which by this point had been painted completely red. Amazing. You may want to think about something like that in the United States. That's the news we have. Tomorrow is the interview with Mr. O'Halloran, and we'll get that on as quickly as possible depending upon any intervening news. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you then.